everyone. I am your humble commissioner, and I come here tonight alone for the first time ever to bring you the Season 8 playoff matchups. I'm normally always joined by my co-commissioner Kyle Qualls, but in a concerning turn of events, he has slept through the third trivia event of this season alone, which makes me worried about his health. But I will press on because people need to know who they're playing to decide what niches to submit and just to generally know what's up. So let's get into the season selection show. First, I just want to give a shout out to some people. DBI retiring from the league, as you all know. Cinderella run in the season 5 playoffs. Never forget that. They ended their final season with wins in 3 of their last 4 games, including their final game ever against Sandusky's Daycare, to keep Sandusky's from making the playoffs with a big upset win. So shout out to them. It's been a pleasure to get to know them and everything. They will be missed. News that everyone might not know, Ethan of Hypnotoads fame is no longer going to be a player or making games starting next season. He's going to continue to host, but that will be it. Um, Ethan, notable season 5 champion. So good for him on that. And then Macabros, Steven Rosenbaum hinted that he might be retiring. So we'll hope he stays, but if he doesn't, thanks to him for playing. The Ocho's resident senior citizen and father, so we understand he has a lot on his plate. Okay, but enough of that. Let's move on to the selection show. It is the business end of the season. So the division winners this year were Lick Mike Walls, the Hypnotoads, Hive Mind, and Mentally Illest. And the at-large teams are Chicken Hawks, Scarlet Knights, Pool Boy, and Frankchester United. So just to remind everyone how the playoff format works, the first round is a normal length game, 10 categories, and then the semifinals and the final will be 15 categories. So they're a little longer. And the top 4 teams chose their opponents in order of seeding. So yeah, so everyone got to pick their opponent, so you should take it personally if that team picked you. It's worth noting that Mentally Illest didn't get to pick who they played because they're the 4th seed, so they're stuck with who nobody else wanted. So we will just get into the brackets because I have nobody to discuss them with or see what he thinks. Thanks, Qualls. So first we have the Treehouse region. This, of course, will be occupied by the number 3 seed, Hive Mind. And in the first round, Hive Mind will be matched up against the Chicken Hawks. That's right. The Chicken Hawks, too afraid to take Hive Mind historically. Hive Mind do not feel the same. They return the favor. Take the Chicken Hawks in the first round. So I think everyone will be looking forward to this one. I know I am. And we'll see how that goes. Leaf dared the Hive Mind to take the Chicken Hawks, and they did. So shout out to Spencer, Austin, and Eli. Leaf called them out, and they responded right away. So obviously, that will have to be the matchup of the round. Had to get out of the way first. But then we also have the Fincher region, thanks to the Hypnotoads naming David Fincher as an answer when we were looking for the name of the movie. It does feature the 2 seed, the Hypnotoads. They had a strong season. I think they were surprised to be the 2 seed because of just the way the top 3 teams in the league were all in the same division, so they kind of snuck into a very high seeding. So they had close to their pick of the litter, and with that, they chose Pool Boy. Pool Boy got in the last week of the season because they won their last game and Sandusky's lost, so they avoided a play-in game, which seemed inevitable. Noah, Calvin, and Vigran. A very strong team. They've made the playoffs every season as Pool Boy. They're 3 for 3. So they'll be a tough out. So Hypnotoads Pool Boy is the matchup there. Things always get a little spicy when Vigran plays Fa, so that will be something to look for as well. Next up, we have the EP region, which I named before Qualls didn't show up to this, so now it's even more appropriate. And it is the 1 seed Lick My Qualls, but at this point you have to wonder whether it's going to be just Nick and I playing. Who knows? So 1 seed coming in, but we lost the Chicken Hawks twice this year, so we only won the 1 seed thanks to the fact that Leaf didn't know, apparently, that he couldn't use Reggie in a game. They had to forfeit a game. Otherwise, Chicken Hawks would have been the 1 seed. And we are matched up against Frankchester United, the only team that's never beaten us, besides the Scarlet Knights, but this is their first season. So hopefully that curse continues from a point of self-interest, but obviously Craig, Steven Botchner, and Frank will be looking to overturn that streak. Um, it's notable since Qualls isn't here that the last game we played, Frankchester United, Qualls also slept through it, and Nick scored no points, so I had to score 12 points on my own, but we still won. So maybe that will happen again. And that, of course, links us to the last matchup, the Andalusia region. Um, Brian's not in Spain anymore, but I was out of ideas for Mentally Illest team name. It will involve Mentally Illest, who interestingly came in ninth in the overall standings, but are in the playoffs because they won their division. So where they are the four seed, not even a wild card. So that's good for them. But their statistics are amazing. They had two of the nine highest scores in the league, so they will be a very strong out. Um, last year's finalists as well, and they went to overtime in the final. So a strong team. They will get Scarlet Knights. That is the team that no one else wanted to play. Third placed team this year in the regular season, but on account of being in the same division as Lick My Qualls and the Chicken Hawks, they end as a wild card. Suryo won Rookie of the Year, and Pap won Second Man of the Year. And Ben has had a strong season too. So yeah, so that will be a really big matchup. So here's a look at the full bracket. Lick My Qualls, Frankchester United. The winner of that will play the winner of Mentally Illest and the Scarlet Knights. On the other side, we have Hive Mind and the Chicken Hawks, with the winner of that playing the winner of Hypno Toads and Pool Boy Trivia Team. So we are looking forward to these matchups. The games next week, I believe off the top of my head, will be hosted by me, Qualls, Petey, and either Qualls and I hosting a game made by Noah and Vigran. So I'm sure we'll have some good stuff cooked up for you guys. Appreciate everyone's participation in the season so far. It's been a good one, and we're really looking forward to the playoffs. Should be great. So